You guys see this tree? Resolute in its stance, yet still standing tall by nature's design. It was a couple weeks ago, during my walk, it was a Monday, if I'm not mistaken, I came across this tree. It was the tallest amongst all the other villas, standing really, really upright, and it caught my attention, held my eyes, even caused me to stop journaling. It appeared so strong as well. I kept looking and looking and looking at it. Then I eventually continued on my way. On Wednesday of that same week, while walking, I saw it again. I spotted it once more, and it just held my eyes there. I sat down and I took a photo of it, and I found myself pondering upon this question. And it says, have I ever been like this before? Spiritually dry around those that looked apart, standing tall in the face of ambiguity, not knowing whether this is the end or shall I keep defying isolation within a community, the visibility of brokenness, going through seasons and restoration. You get it. And as I sat pondering upon this here, and as I'm noticing now, this tree looks so different than the ones it's surrounded by. Not because it lacks leaves, but it is still standing tall without what often defines a tree: leaves. Its presence isn't dependent on its abundance. Its stature isn't diminished by season, though stripped of that very thing that people may think brings it life or identify itself. It remains upright, reaching toward the sky as it always does, as it always has. I think that's what caught my attention that day. Not its emptiness, but its endurance. It's something that I can relate to, or the message I'm trying to send with what I'm talking about here. It's not always about doing something. It's about being. That tree isn't trying to convince those other trees around it that it belongs there. It isn't trying to manufacture leaves, trying to look the part. It isn't reaching high to compensate for what it doesn't have. It just is. It just is. And I think as humans, we try to allow, not even try to, we allow other people to diminish our humanity because we may be going through a certain time, a certain season, a certain period where we don't look all together. And I think that's the most brilliant part about humanity, because you can still connect with people while not having it perfect. None of us are perfect. I think that's the bane of humanity. We're not perfect. We're all to exist according to whatever season we find ourselves in. We have to show up within every single moment. I think moments are things that aren't eternally patient. Moments will not wait for you. It's something that I've been learning within myself, that every single moment I have to show up, whether I'm prepared for it or not. I think moments don't happen if you're not prepared. I think moments are something that come to show you whether you're prepared or you're not. And what you do after you go about that moment is totally up to you. You can prepare yourself for the next one. You can show up. You can do all these things, but nevertheless, the moment will still come. And what will you offer? What will you show up as? Will you show up as your emotion? Will you show up as your fear? Will you show up as what other people have said about you? Will you show up as who you are now? Not who you want to be, not who you've been, who you are now. Because those moments didn't come to that person or that person. It came to you, existing within the time, existing within the present moment. What will you offer it? Maybe this tree, maybe it was for me to notice. For me not to only observe, but for me to learn from. That whatever season I may be in, I am to obey. I'm still to show up, still to reach high into the sky, as I've been designed to. If I'm so busy trying to look like other humans, trying to look like other people, I myself will lose what I'm meant to be doing at a certain time. Imagine if that tree had leaves like every other tree and was defying its season. Would you be listening to me right now? So much of modern life depicts and conditions us to be measured by our output, by our successes, by our doings. What have I made? What have I accomplished? How much fruit is visible? You know, a tree spends so much more time existing than creating. The roots extend into unseen areas. The trunk gradually becomes stronger. Resilience builds well before any fruit shows up. I think the question here isn't how do I become like those leafy trees? I think the question you have to ask yourself is, am I able to stay upright even after the leaves have fallen, to remain rooted when what once identified me is gone, to trust this season without trying to escape it, to obey without demanding to understand. One thing that I really, really love about that tree is that it wasn't trying to teach anyone. It was just simply being what it was created to be. And perhaps that's just a lesson.